Hi. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special video. So today I am filming this on July 17th, 2021, which means it has been 3 months and 16 days since I publicly did this, but I haven't done this for real on my YouTube channel. So this angling is really bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm graduated high school now, so it's been 6 years now. So back in like 6th grade, I had these thoughts in my head that, I've never really found girls attractive, but like, I've dated plenty of girls, and they've never lasted. And so back in 7th grade, I went out with this guy, and I broke it off the next day just because it didn't feel right and I had no support whatsoever. And it was kind of mutual. And so I didn't really date for like a couple years after that or whatever. Like, nothing was official until freshman year. Freshman year is when I had my last long-term relationship, which was with the girl that I talked about numerous times back in my YouTube videos when I had black hair or really gross long hair. Also, what do we think of the hair? I like it, kind of. It's kind of poofy today, whatever. Anyways, I have finally said what I need to say to the people that I've needed to say it to, so now I can finally say it to you. So the reason I'm going through this timeline that I kind of interrupted myself on is because this is my actual coming out video. This is the actual video where there's no clickbait here. This is actually me, saying that I am bisexual. I am me. And there's no need to hide that anymore. I'm thriving. I am thriving. I got my braces off. I cut my hair off. I have a piercing. I'm wearing chains. I'm wearing name brand clothing. This is not who I was when you guys saw me before. This is someone new. And yeah, here we are. So, we need to talk about this. So, I left off freshman year. So, we broke up around, it was like, May 2018, maybe? And, yeah, 2018. And so that summer, no, the next summer, I did this trio Upward Bound thing, and I met this girl, and we dated for a week and a half to 2 weeks. I broke that off too. I had this thing for this guy at Upward Bound, which I acted on, but it didn't go anywhere. But at least it helped me to, figure myself out. But we talked. I mean, I got his Snapchat, I got his phone number. I have him on social media. He could probably be seeing this YouTube video. If so, you know who you are. Because I stayed up on the last night and I made you a bracelet that was so sucky. And 5 minutes before I left from that summer, I walked in your room and I handed it to you. Because we've never talked in person, and that was the one time when it was so awkward, and I am so sorry. But you know who you are. Anyways, then came junior year, and I didn't really officially date anyone. You know those, when you're in the closet, you kind of sit there on the whole, I'm in the closet, I can't really be in a public relationship because I really want to be with a guy because I'm not out to anyone. So I kind of did a lot of long distance relationships, and so I kind of hoed it up during quarantine, which we'll talk about after this. I kind of hoed it up, and not proud of it. I'm better now. We'll get there. Anyways, I am, let's see, so I've graduated now. Oh, so quarantine. I met up with this guy, and for quality insurance reasons, we will not be saying his name. We'll call him P. So I met P on this app, and come to find out, he was friends with my best friend. So me and my best friend hung out, and she came up with the idea of wanting to go to a local ice cream shop and invite him on the same day that we were supposed to go on a date, but my mom wouldn't let me because of COVID. Anyways, and we met up. It was really awkward. He drove us home, dropped off my best friend first, and then took me home and had me sit in his car, and he asked me if he could kiss my cheek. And of course, I was not comfortable, but I let him, because even though I regret it, I kind of needed confirmation on if A, I was into him, B, if I was into this, and C, if this was what I was looking for at the time. And looking back, it kind of set me back hardcore. And, honestly, I'm glad, in a way, I'm glad I went and hung out with P for that, 3 hours-ish. But I'm also, it set me back for a while, and I'm better now. And then, so, I recently met this person back in April, and we'll call him Jay. J-A-Y, not just the letter J. Jay, he's the reason that I kind of got the confidence to say what I needed to say and put myself out there, because I've never really had male friends, and so even then, if I did have male friends, they were not like me. They were heterosexual men, which there's nothing wrong with heterosexual men, but they don't know how to give you advice on how to, kind of tell your family and kind of ease into things and kind of comfort you in the situation, because that's not something that they really have, they don't really have, experience in it, But, so I met Jay, and on April 1st at 10:36, I started my journey. I sent my message to my entire family. I said, hey, this is really important. Sorry if you're busy, but I really need to say something. So I started off with that. They all answered me. And then I sent this long paragraph that said, for 5 years now, I've known I was not like other boys at my school. And I also knew that I was going to struggle saying this, but after long consideration and long evaluation and long journeys, I need to say that I'm not straight, but I'm also not gay either. And just because I'm about to come out as bisexual, I am still the same person you've always known. I am still my most authentic self, and this hopefully will not change anything. I said that if, you don't have to love me after this. And I've talked to people, and I know that some people don't support this. And I was lucky enough to still be loved by my entire family, and I've since been able to talk about, this one guy in my life currently that I want to spend my life with, and with my family. So it gets better as we go on through this kind of journey. So coming out it wasn't easy. It was a really long journey, because 6 years now, I mean, that's a long time, to be holding this on you, and you can't really talk to anyone about it, because most of my friends, aren't like that, and it's okay, I think I'd rather have done what I've done than put myself in a situation where I was too anxious and too depressed and too, mentally manipulated from past experiences to just think, okay, for example, say I don't know, we'll just use the actual situation. If I had, went out with this person back in 6th grade, and, I wouldn't have just wanted to be like, Ma, I think I like boys too, because I wasn't really validated, and I don't think I was really validated until I met the person at Upward Bound, the situation with P, and the conversations that I had with Jay. You have to set yourself up with the right people. And, if one thing I've learned, you can't do everything by yourself. No matter how independent you are, you gotta realize that you do have allies. Not everyone in life is gonna like you, but they'll put past your differences, and they'll like you eventually. That's how it happened with my best friend. She found out, and, although, things were awkward for a little bit, we're best friends still. So, but you can't put your mindset, I've learned, you can't put your mindset on, if I do this, everyone still has to like me, everyone has to treat me like I'm the most important person, and everyone has to see me as, this high up honor, I wear the crown, you bow down to me. Because you're not gonna get anywhere. No matter if you are, if you are heterosexual, if you are in the LGBTQ plus community, even if you're just not even sexually oriented, even if it's not due to your sexual orientation, you can't just put yourself out there and say, oh yeah, I think I'm better than everyone. But, so, that's the first section of this video. It's my coming out. And so, I'll add in the next part where we catch up, because it has been like a year and a half. So, I'll see you then.